everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena, and on today's project, watch me transform these French doors into what you see now. Stay tuned for the before and after. Here is the current condition of the French doors. You may have seen this style in many older homes. I absolutely love this look, but the ones we have in front of us have been discolored over time, and there's some scuff marks and claw marks around the doorknobs. I think it's from a previous owner's bigger dog, but I think with some cleaning and some painting it'll look brand new. So let's get started. I wanted to get a closer shot of all the scuff marks around the doorknobs, and you can see that the borders are super dirty, dusty, discolored. Here are the supplies needed for today's project. I've brought out some household detergents as well as latex gloves and old brush and bowl with a towel to first clean the French doors. And then after that, I'll be using a random orbit sander to sand down the existing paint lightly with a 120 grit paper. And then I do have my paint selections here. I'm not quite sure what color I'm going to be using. And then of course you need your painting brush, roller, and pan. And this is the key thing that I'll need after the paint has dried, which is the razor blade, because nowhere on here is painter's tape. I am going to try to not use it and just use the razor blade to score and scrape off the dried paint off the glass. So we'll see how that goes. I am currently working on the cleaning process, just using whatever household cleaners that I have along with whatever brush that I may have to get off all the dirt and grime that you can see here. And I'm using an old toothbrush that works well for me, but I mean, you could also use one of those brushes for the bathroom or like a Scotch-Brite pad, which will work great. So use whatever you have on hand to get this door clean, because it's nasty. I am done with the cleaning portion of the project. I think it looks great just by cleaning, so I do recommend your periodic cleaning of windows and doors for sure. And now I want to lightly scuff up the door with this sander here by Milwaukee. It's a random orbit sander from their M18 line. So shout out to them because I love their products. And what I have on here is a 120 grit paper, and I'm going to use the setting of 3 just to lightly smooth down the scuff marks so that the paint can adhere to the door. So let's get started with that. I am finished with the sanding process and moving on to paint. I've decided that the overall door will be painted in this downy gray color. Let me just check. Yeah, so it's called Downy Gray by Glidden, and it's an exterior paint in semi-gloss finish. This is how it's looking because I haven't mixed it. Ooh. So, gotta mix it good. Pretty. And a key tip to painting is to get some saran wrap and put it on the actual paint pan itself. So that way when cleaning up, you could just ball it all up in the saran wrap and throw it away without using water and, you know, wasting water and all the paint. let's get started painting. Ooh, so pretty already. I'm super excited. Let me just back up a little bit. I could see the vision already. So I'll get going with that and I'll be back with the first coat. I went on ahead and painted the second coat of the downy gray color. It's looking pretty good. Since I'm complete with that color, I'm moving on with painting the trim here. And I've already started with this beige khaki color. And I'm just going on in and painting a couple of layers right onto the glass. Because once it completely dries, I will then scrape it off with the razor blade. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. Here's a closer look of what I'm doing. I have the paintbrush here loaded with paint, and it's a smaller paintbrush. It's actually a old makeup brush that I had. And just painting on in, getting the corners. I wanted to show you real quick that I know it may be super hard without painter's tape to help guide you for these areas against the first color that we chose, but with a steady hand and enough paint at the tip of your brush, you can do it without tape. Slowly and steadily. Now, by all means, you could use painter's tape if you don't feel comfortable. It is now time to scratch off or etch off the paint that's on the glass here. And I already did it on this side. Let me show you how. You want to get your razor blade and then score it all the way down. Okay, let me show you again. Press against the glass firmly and just drag it on down. Again. It's kind of satisfying. And I'll be back to show you the finished look. And I also painted the doorknobs black. Can't wait. Before I show you the completed project, I just wanted to show you all that this was the leftover paint that was scratched off from the windows, and it's barely anything compared to bundles and bundles of painter's tape if we used it. So I'm all about trying my best to help the environment. I know it's still trash, but it's not as much as painter's tape would have left. One more shot of the before. And here is the after. I absolutely love it. I think it totally has French country rustic vibes for sure. I threw in some flowers for the after shot just to make it look, you know, a little prettier. I do have my stockpile of wood on the side and my bikes, but you get the idea. Please leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I'll go up a little closer just to give you some detailed shots in a little bit. Gorgeous, love it, yay! Painting goes a long way, you guys. Okay, before we go, I wanted to give you an up-close look of the French doors with the new paint on it. I think the color scheme definitely goes well with the white frame, the downy gray color, and then the khaki beige color, along with the coral curtains that I have inside. There's a lot of green reflection going on just because the grass in the background is showing through. So the color doesn't look quite right. But if you were here in person, you can definitely tell. And then here are the doorknobs that I painted a flat matte black with some automotive spray. I hope it lasts. And then just looking at some of the edges, some of it's a little rough due to some old caulk that was left behind. And then some are smoother, of course. But not too shabby for not using painter's tape. Ta-da! And there you have it, everyone. How to paint French doors. I absolutely love it. I can't stop looking at it. And I also can't wait until my friends and family come over to check it out. It's just amazing what paint can do to a simple home DIY project. But it definitely takes commitment and patience for sure. And what else? Oh, I hope I inspired you to try doing this without using painter's tape. I mean, the less materials that you need to use or buy, why not? Just go in with a positive mindset and with a steady hand for sure, and a small paintbrush like how I did it. But yes, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, another DIY coming at ya. Bye.